Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is a review. Okay, this is take two of this review. I tried to review this last night. I was about 30 minutes in, was in my bag, as I told y'all earlier when I did my little car conversation or whatever, and the video deleted itself. And boy, oh boy, was I pissed off. So let's try this again. Okay, if this happens again, y'all ain't getting this review. Okay, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, ain't gonna happen, Captain. Anyway, if you have not done so already, please come over to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. JayBird. Dun 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 dun. My sweatshirt seems weird. Anyway, and all that goodness, all that goodness. You can also like, comment, and share this video to your social media and share it either to your Twitter or to your Facebook is always greatly appreciated. You can also follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner, and that will also be greatly appreciated. I want everyone to take a second, just say a prayer. You want to pray for the peace of mind of other people. A good friend of mine, I'm not going to call out no names because what I'm saying, it's private, but somebody in my life lost a loved one today. So, just say a good little prayer for me, because you never know how, other people need to be uplifted. And if anybody who's watching me has lost somebody recently, you are in our prayers and all that goodness. And we want to wish everybody, this peace of mind, okay, peace of mind. So, so I had to get that out my spirit. So, we're going to start off with Laura and Aladin. Laura and Aladin are still up arguing or whatever. And I'm just like, I guess it is what it is. Wait, I thought I had Laura's picture. Again, I got stuff all misconstrued because I had to set up yesterday and it didn't go down. So it didn't go down properly today. So, they bring up how Aladin was saying how he is okay with, and this, I got a sweatshirt on, but I got the fan on because I wanted to work. Look, it's just a lot going on, and I'm just not prepared. But we're gonna get it done anyway. So I hope the fan is not too loud in the microphone. But again, Aladin brought up how he did ask or bring up or mention divorce between him and Laura. He says because she won't change. I'm saying, I've given you time and time and time again. I've given you chance after chance after chance, and you won't change. So because you won't change, maybe we should get divorced or whatever. So they then bring Laura's son up on Skype. Now, first of all, Laura's son, in my opinion, is a piece of crap. Okay, now I mean that in the worst way possible. Okay, he is a piece of poop. Okay, and the reason for that is the whole time his scamming mother up is scamming us to make us feel like she's a victim. Okay, he's laughing at her, and I feel like it's because he's used to this game that she's playing. Because again, since before this aired, all kind of things came out about Laura. So I'm looking like, I feel like, saying, she ain't no victim. Okay, in this. But anyway, her crazy son is up here just laughing, and he's happy about what's going on because, as he said, one, I feel like they had petty arguments, and I think it's things that they should be easily able to work through. So I said, oh, well, at least he's thinking, they should be able to fix all this. But no, he was still laughing at me and condescending, and really not. This was his face the whole time, laughing and happy. This girl, like it wasn't nothing or whatever. Now, he also brought up how, this is what she always does. She meets men. Everything be fine in the beginning or whatever. They talk a little bit or whatever. They get into relationships or whatever. And then, they break up. And then she's hurt, okay? And I'm like, well, first of all, that's called relationships. You meet somebody, you think they're a cool person, but they really a piece of poop, and y'all break up, and someone ends up getting hurt. That's called dating. I'm gonna take it upon myself to say, Liam, don't date. Liam ain't had no coochie or whatever, and he don't get what it means to date a person and things don't work out and someone gets hurt. Now, what I think he meant was my mom keep meeting these young dudes who she think gonna do things for her and they don't, and she end up doing things for them and then she gets hurt. And that's called being a working backwards cougar, okay? Now, his mama could be a working backwards cougar, but I digress. It is what it is. So, again, the whole time he's laughing at her, she makes poor decisions, she rushes into these situations, and then she gets hurt. She picks bad men. She picked a bad son. Okay. Anyway, so he also brings up how nobody in their family approved of this relationship with Aladin and whatever, and how he always knew it would fail, and he never liked Aladin anyway. And Aladin was like, I've never done anything to you. I've never been rude to you. Look, I don't get why you just never liked me. Because he don't like his mama. Okay, that's what it is. Liam don't like his mama. He don't respect his mama, because if he did, he would want her to have some kind of happiness, and he would not be rooting for it to fail from the beginning. But I digress. Okay, so Laura says to him, like, you should want me to be happy. He not happy. Okay, he feel like if I can't get no coochie, you can't get no dick. Okay, and he's like, so we gonna both be lonely and alone. You're gonna pace me for the rest of your life, and that's it. Okay, that's it. Now, they then bring out her brother, Ludwig. Now, first of all, I think we know that that's not, okay, just, okay, but, he's brother-like, okay, and that's what it is. Blood don't make you family, family make you family. So, again, that's her brother. And he just says how, when he didn't know that Laura and Aladin was fighting so much. And Laura said, well, it's not that we fight like any other married couple. No, y'all don't. Y'all was fighting over dildos. Now you talking about who makes more, who has more money to bring home. You wouldn't get coffee. He's upset. It was all kind of other things that y'all were fussing and fighting about because y'all don't know each other. You met that man and married him 3 or 4 days later. Then you went back to our country. You came back here to home, and then y'all dated online or over the phone for a while, and you didn't see him again until you went to marry him again. You married a stranger, married a stranger again, and then now you realize that stranger isn't so great. Okay, y'all should not have got married just to get some jiggy. Okay, and that's what happened. Laura married Aladin within the first couple of days because they couldn't have sex unless they were married. I won't dick that bad. I don't. Okay, even though I'm pretty sure married sex is great because you can do it. They can be with no condoms, or whatever. But again, girl, and again, he can. She don't need a condom. I don't think she's gonna have any babies anytime soon. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So Ludwig always also brings up how he did not think that Laura and Alan was a match. It's based on the fact of they're from 2 different cultures. He said, but if my wife wouldn't get coffee and didn't tell me, I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? But however, they're within a different culture. This is my thing about Laura and Alan. Laura wholeheartedly married a man who has a different culture than she does. Okay, you married a man where the woman comes second. You married a man where he say go. So my thing is, if he say you can't leave the house without telling me, and you keep leaving the house and not telling him, he is going to think it was disrespect. She could have not told him she was leaving. She could have picked up 1 penny, not 2. She could have come her to left, not the right. She could have did anything that he told her not to do, and he would have found that disrespectful. Why? Because that's his culture. That is his culture. People have to realize if you don't marry somebody whose culture that you don't fully understand and accept, you can't know what their culture entails and then just assume I'm just not going to abide by their rules. That ain't how it go. It's not. And when you do that, what happens is this shit. Anyway, so again, the whole time her son laughing, sees the piece of poop. He's people poop. Now, by the end of it, Aladin did say that he would be open to counseling if that may help. But I'm like, I don't think it really works or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Laura like, I feel like an idiot. You should. Okay? And the couples in the background say how Aladin looks like, he's looking for a reason to divorce her. He was using her. For what? Aladin is a person to where it seemed like he had money because, again, he had all that money for that wedding. So Aladin doesn't seem like a bum like Evelyn. He doesn't seem like a bum like Jihoon. He doesn't seem like a bum like Paul. It seemed like Aladin had money. Aladin was attractive as well. I don't know why he was with Laura. I don't think it was compensation because again, she moved there. I don't know why he used that girl. It beats me, okay? But I'm like, she was using him. Truth be told, they said that she was trying to find a country to be in because she couldn't be here no more. So, girl, it was what it was. Okay, so let's move on from that. Next up, they went to Deavan and Jihoon. I don't have enough photos of Deavan and Jihoon. It was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Now they bring up how Jihoon's parents doubted that the baby was really Jihoon's when she first was pregnant. I think that's logical. She got pregnant after knowing that man for 2 weeks or a couple weeks or whatever. It's logical that a person would say, "You sure it's your baby?" I would say that. I said that, and I didn't know neither one of them. Okay, I doubted her and him. Okay, but again, she got pregnant, but she got pregnant very, very fast. Now she said, "Well, I knew what you going because I had not had sex in 2 years." Okay, in 2 years, so I knew he was the only penis that was in my vagina. Okay, and so he says that he has super sperm. Okay. Anyway, they bring up we see how she was in Korea with him for a month. Okay. And again, he was supposed to get them a place to live and all that stuff while she was there, and then she was sent for Drusilla. Well, we see the month went by, he didn't find them nowhere to live, okay? And they was basically living in his parents, like in a back room in a cupboard in his parents' apartment. So she chose to come back to the States to give him time to figure things out, get them a place to live, save some money. So she came home because again it was too small of a space or whatever. So I said, oh, okay, she was smart and came home and she's gonna wait for him to show and prove that he's ready for a family, okay? And so we see him like, promise me you'll come back to me. And she said, well, promise me that you'll get somewhere to live. Okay, promise me that over there. And I'm like, girl. Anyway, and I feel like you was there for a month. However, when you wasn't with him, when you were pregnant, when you were birthing the baby and growing the baby, whatever, that was a full 9 months. If a man can't save up money to get us a place to live in 9 months, he can't do it in 1 month either. Point blank, period. Okay, but I digress. So they then said, okay, so are you ever going to go back to South Korea? She then says, well, we have tickets to go back in about 10 days. We're going to move back in about, and they're like, oh, so you got a place. She then says no. She then said that Jihoon tricked her, hoodwinked her, and bamboozled her for a second time. Well, technically a third, because the first bamboozlement was getting her pregnant, leaving her in the States. The second bamboozlement was having her come there, and he had nowhere for her to leave. Now, this third bamboozlement was her getting tickets to go back to Korea with him, and he still had not gotten them anywhere to live. She said he told me he had somewhere for us to live, and I found out a couple days ago that he did not. But when he told me he had somewhere, we went ahead and bought tickets. First of all, you're dumb, because why didn't you say, let me see proof? I need to see video of you and the landlord. I need a copy of the lease in English, or at least somebody needs to translate what it said to me. And I need to see you. I need you to be living there. I need to see you living there for like a month before I come there. I need proof of this. Why? Because you fooled me once and you fooled me twice. But now, no, he's fooled her 3 times. Okay, 3, 1, 2, 3. Anyway, so again, you dumb. Deavan, you the crazy one, because you keep letting him do these things and you keep following behind him. Foolish, okay? These days is cold without you, but you go do something with yourself, Deavan. Go do something with yourself. You don't have nowhere to live. So her, the little baby boy, and her daughter are moving back to South Korea to live in a cupboard. You're stupid. Anyway, they asked Jihoon if his parents has accepted Deavan, into the family. Now he says his dad has. He's like, my dad likes her, whatever, and he accepts Deavan. He then says, my mom still does wish that I married a Korean woman, which then made Deavan upset. I can't believe that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's wrong for a Korean mom to have wished that her son would have married someone within their own culture. That she is new to her. Okay, you a brand new person in their lives. Okay, it's okay for her to still, because I'm guessing for her they whole life they assumed he would, and then he didn't. Let them get over that first. Okay, and it seemed like when she was there with them for that month, the mama wasn't mean to her. Wasn't mean at all. To my knowledge, I know that didn't show. You know what I'm saying? She brings up how, I just, even on the show, she said how she wished, how she, what did she say? Oh yeah, how she wished her son would had married somebody cute and nice. Well, because you look dirty when they was there. You looked a little bit dirty, like you just some things wasn't washed properly. Okay, you were looking a little dusty. You wasn't as friendly because you was pregnant and stressed. We get that, okay? But girl, get over it. She let you come there for a month and live there. And I can imagine if you were there for a month, you probably was irritable because you had a new baby in a new small space. So girl, it is what it is over there. And I feel like, she said with his mom, I feel like, she blamed me for everything and she doesn't like her son. She blames me for getting pregnant by him, but I'm saying it was his situation as well. Now that's true. It takes two and two to make a baby. Boop, put it together. Anyway, if that's all the case, then why are you moving to Korea? Because she ain't got nothing else to do. Okay, so Tiffany and Ronald. Okay, so Sean gonna say Tiffany got pregnant, shortly after getting married. No, Tiffany got pregnant the minute she met Ronald. Okay, the minute she met the burglar, she was knocked on up. Okay, he had snatched and stolen her eggs and used his sperm to make a baby. Okay, so they bring up how, well, no, because at the time this was recorded, she had not been back to South Africa. Okay, she had the baby here, and she has not been back. So Ronald had not seen the baby in person at this time. But I know I seen on one of their Instagrams how he had seen the baby in person at least since the reunion show had taped or whatever. So they show the video from his bachelor party. When the whole stripper was there, whatever, which made Tiffany upset. I don't get why people get upset at strippers at bachelorette parties or bachelor parties. That's usually what it is. I'm just like, she was really upset. I can't, I don't know why he would do that. And he knew I would be upset. And I don't even care how he keeps telling me that he did not know what his friends had planned. That sounds dumb. You upset with your husband because he went to his bachelor party, did not know what was planned, but he didn't leave. And all it was strippers and dancers. That's usually what those parties are, my dear. But I digress. Anyway, she also brings up how, he needs to stop blaming his friends and using his friends as a scapegoat by saying, I did not know what they had planned. But it's the truth. And if you want him to stop shifting blame, then you, Tiffany, need to stop shifting blame onto Ronald. You met that man overseas or whatever. You went and married that man. You knew he was a addicted, gambling, burglaring, refrigerator pawning person. Okay, you knew all of those things, and you still married him. So for you to be upset because he is who he is when you knew who he was, it's on you. So don't blame him. Blame you. Stop shifting blame off of you, Tiffany. And that's what I have to say about that, okay? And then they kicked it, and now in the background, the other couples, oh, she deserves better than him. You know what I'm saying? She deserves something better. She chose him. She deserves what she's getting. She put herself in this situation, okay? She took her non-pregnant with a kid who didn't have a daddy already, ass, okay, to South Kenya, to to South Africa to be with a man who she barely knew. She took a whole kid there when she barely knew that man, and she married him. She deserves what she has because she walked into it in faithfulness. Okay? Sean then asked, do you trust do you trust Ronald? You know what I'm saying? She then says, I will never fully trust him. We will always have to have boundaries set up for the rest of our lives. He then says he's working on building up their trust day by day, and that he even sends her screenshots whenever he goes to the ATM machine to show how much money he took out. Who marries someone they don't trust? It ain't in the vows. It gotta be in the vows somewhere, at least in the common sense decency vows, to say you have to trust the person you are marrying, because that's what love should be. When you put yourself to a point of marrying somebody who you do not trust, you desperate. Okay? And you dumb. Okay? Look. I'd rather be single for the rest of my God given life to be in a marriage with a person who I can't trust. She now has 3 children, okay? The little boy, the little girl, and her husband, okay? Because she has to police him. He has to send her screenshots of the ATM receipts. That's how much you don't trust your girl, and say I will never fully trust him. I know she's not saying that. I know she's not saying that she does not trust him at all. But who does not fully trust their husband? Even if you don't know what your husband may do in life, you should still full-fledged, wholeheartedly trust him. And she, out her own little painted lip mouth, says she will never fully trust him. Okay, that's just stupid. And she keeps saying, things have been so hard. It's been so tough. You know what I'm saying? But we made a vow. Well, you're dumb. You made a pointless vow, because my thing is, it will never be in sickness and health, the good through bad, because you are always looking for the bad in him. You're waiting for him to do something bad for you to catch it. He can't even lead the household. I'm not marrying a man who can't be the head of my household. I'm not gonna marry a man who can't lead us. And I don't mean lead as in I follow what he do wholeheartedly. What I mean is he 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 following her. He doing whatever she say do. It's not even 50-50. It's not a marriage. It's almost a dictatorship in what she gets she wants. And then he has to just consistently, just keep proving. Every time I gotta prove it, I gotta fight to prove my love. Heartbeat style. Okay, I'm like, girl, bye. Stupidness. But I made a vow. It was a dumb vow. You vowed to be with a man who you don't trust? For what? Because he knocked you up? Anyway, she brings up how, she not gonna move back to Kenya. Girl, why I keep saying to Kenya? To South Africa, because, he gonna come here. She brings up how whatever charges he had, he wasn't convicted of anything. All the charges ended up being like dropped or whatever. So technically he has a clean record. So he should be good to come here once, to get to the process of it all. You know what I'm saying? He says he has not filed, the visa stuff just yet because it's expensive and he can't afford it. So this is what she did. Tiffany took her ass to South Africa with one kid, an empty uterus, I'm a little bit of money or whatever, and she married a man who did not have no good paying job, who was fresh out of rehab, who was a gambling addict or whatever. He would pawn his mama refrigerator and all that things, who she don't trust. Okay, she ain't never ever trusted. Okay, he was fresh out of rehab. She got pregnant by him, married him, then moved back to the States to be husbandless. Who moves to South Africa to get married and gets knocked up, and you come home with an extra kid and no husband? An extra kid and no husband? Girl, you got played like boo-boo fool, and you played yourself. People, I don't like how she kept trying to make it seem like oh my God, he's so, I don't trust him. He doesn't make good decisions. Him. You are in the process of making dumb decisions, okay? You are Ronald 2.0. Anyway, her mama come out too saying how she don't trust Ronald. It don't matter. He don't live with him. But the mama, I think, has the daughter living with her. I think, Tiffany lives with her mom or whatever because her husband lives in South Africa or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, again, you tell me how you don't trust him. Your daughter picked him. You raised your daughter. How did you fuck that up? My mama would not let me leave this country for some other man, okay? And let alone go and get pregnant by him and then come home and he ain't with me. Mama will punch me in my toe, okay? Okay, girl, I raised you better than that, okay? And again, I just don't like how they kept blaming Ronald because of his stuff and so he has to treat me, he has to learn to be better. He has to prove himself to her. For what? He was who he was when she married him. You can't know who someone is before you marry them and then marry them and then browbeat them into being someone else. You Not on my watch. I'm not marrying a science project. I'm not marrying, a house to be rebuilt, Okay, she out here trying to rebuild Ronald when she could have got a whole nice house here in America. Cause Tiffany is not a bad looking person. I think Tiffany is just a messed up person, and she's single for those reasons. Because who goes over there and pick that kind of person? And I know you don't pick who you fall in love with. You don't, but you don't pick who you fall in love with and then belittle them at every point that you have. You know what I'm saying? I feel, and I also don't want her to make excuses for him. But you married him knowing he had a gambling addiction. Leave that man be. Okay, leave that man be. And truthfully, the person to blame Tiffany for her situation is Tiffany. It's not Ronald. Next up, we have Jimmy. Girl, Jimmy. Who is Jimmy? Jenny and Sumit. Okay, so Jenny is back in the States living in her daughter's house. I think it's probably the daughter with the wife or whatever. So she lived in their house because she ain't got nothing. Okay, she came back here with nothing. And I'm like, well, sometimes that's what happens. So we do see that Sumit calls in. Now, Sumit is at a hotel room, doing this conference call or whatever, this video call. And then we see I think I had a picture of them. Both he and Jenny are looking so lovingly at each other. Okay, I didn't get a good picture of her, but it is what it is. Anyway, but this is Sumit in the hotel room. We have this whole conversation. And he does bring up how his girl. His wife and his family are aware that he's there right now talking to Jenny. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's being truthful and honest. He's been lying all this time, but now he's being honest with everybody. I said, okay, I guess so. And the show is aired. So it's not like they can be like, oh my God, I cannot believe this. You know what I'm saying? So Jenny brings up how she never assumed or thought that Sumit was married the whole time she was there. Before she got there, she never had any inkling. He never gave her any signs that he was married. It happens. It really does. So, she also brings up how if he had told her that he was married before she would have went, she's like, as much as I love him, I probably would have still stayed with him. I said, oh, you was going to be a little harlot? Little homewrecker, okay? Because who says if I knew he was married, I would still stay? Girl, an old white woman. Anyway, so, she brings up mainly because of his culture and the fact that it was an arranged marriage, not a marriage he went out and sought for himself. And I said, well, look, Sumit and Jenny's situation is different, mainly because it was an arranged marriage, and culturally that's what he had to do. The issue was that he didn't tell Jenny about it. It's not that he was forced to be married; it's like that he did not tell her that he had a whole wife. Again, he gave her the choice, because then she said, "I would have stayed with you, girl." Anyway, they asked him, well, if you had a wife, if you had a whole wife, why would you come on a television show knowing you had this big old secret? He said, I have been telling my wife and them that I did not want to be married. So I felt like, this way the show could show everyone how much I love Jenny and how much I wanted to be with Jenny. And I was just trying to prove to them that's what I wanted. So that's why I did the show. I said that that's one hell of a reason, because some people do things to get famous, and he said he did it so that they could not deny what he wanted, and people can see him saying, I want to be with this other person or whatever. He brings up how he was never in love with his wife at all, because again, it was an arranged marriage. He didn't get to see her beforehand, like he didn't have much communication with her. He also brings up how he doesn't love his wife. He just ended a loveless marriage, okay? Because, that's what it was. That's what it was. They asked him, were you having sex with both your wife and Jenny at the same damn time? When Jenny was there in India. He says he wasn't. He said, at that time, no, I was not with them both at the same time. But Sumit lies, okay? That could mean while I was in the house with Jenny, I wasn't leaving the house and having sex with my wife. But he was gone back home for like 2 weeks, like once or twice. So was y'all having sex then? We don't know. Now we do see, he brings up how he felt bad for lying to Jenny and lying to his wife, okay? Because again, the wife did not know Jenny was there, and vice versa, Jenny did not know about the wife. But again, he's saying that the wife and the family knew he didn't want to be married. So I mean, it is what it is. Now Jenny's daughter was there too, and she's there with the wife or whatever. And of course she's pissed. I don't need to get into that. That's not surprising at all. You know what I'm saying? Somebody brings up how currently he and his wife are separated, that the wife filed suit against him, so they're planning on getting divorced or whatever. But they're like, but he lied. So how do we know it's true? I guess, once, girl, I don't know, but that's what he said. So Jenny says once his divorce is final, her and Sumit will be together. That she is willing to go back to India to be with him. And I'm like, I would at least make him come here. I would at least make that, because my thing is, you don't speak the language there, but he speaks English. He should come here. If you love me, Sumit, bring your ass to the States. Okay? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? The mama is, when she said that she will, the mama, when Jenny said she's going to go back with you, Sumit, the daughter, like, I cannot keep bailing you out. Every time you get into some kind of situation, I keep having to bail you out. I'm like, first of all, that's your mom, okay? You can bail her out as many times as she needs, because as she said, I bailed you out your whole life. I said, 'cause that's your mama. She pushed you out her vagina. Let her be. You know what I'm saying? Sumit brings up again, like that once the divorce is final, Jenny would not have anything to worry about, over in India. She would not have to be scared of anyone hurting her or her being any kind of danger, because at that point she would not be with the married man. I said, I guess so. But again, I mean, they still want to be together. So, girl, that was really it, in my opinion, for the whole reunion part. You know what I'm saying? They do have all the couples come together, and I wasn't listening that much because it was random banter, random chit chat, about the stuff that had happened on the show, but not nothing like, ooh, like or whatever. Now, I know Deavan kept saying how, you know what I'm saying, she knew, no, Deavan did say how if she knew about Jihoon's criminal past and debt, she would not have moved to Korea. Well, it wouldn't matter because she was already knocked up. This is what happens when you get knocked up by strangers. Okay, and you could have easily did a background check on him, credit report check, anything. But you didn't. Ladies, you have to do your due diligence. Okay, that's just what you have to do on every given occasion. Okay, so but she brought up how those things, his criminal history and his debt, put them in financial hardship. No, you not doing your research put you in financial hardship. You married a man because even when she married him, she knew he had bad debt. I wouldn't have married him. Again, stupid is and stupid does, and they all did stupid things. Okay, so Corey and Evelyn brings up how when Jihoon was so young, what I'm saying, what happened or whatever, and now you're trying to fix it. Shut up, thing one, thing two. Okay, they then talk to Paul a little bit, but I'm like, what's the point of talking to Paul if Karini is there? Because Paul gonna just lie. So he brings up how he has learned to stop checking Karini's phone. Okay, because the last time he did that, he found proof of her talking to other men, and then even found proof of the man sending her money. And Evelyn then said, any man sending the female money means that he wants something from her. That's true. It's true, but again, Paul don't make no money. She need money to live, so I don't blame her, okay? And if some man is gonna send your wife money for no reason, let him send her money for no reason, okay? She not sexing him because he ain't even there. So I mean, and Karini only gonna be young and beautiful for so long? Eventually, she's gonna get older and older, and she may not be able to get all these. Let her get what she can get while they get as good as again. Paul ain't getting nothing. So, I'm like, whatever. So Paul brings up how when I'm fussing and arguing with Evelyn. No, Paul says when I'm fussing and arguing with what's her name? Karini. I was getting Karini mixed up with Akini from the other show. But when he said when they argue, he said, I don't mean to come off aggressive or whatever. He's like, I just be passionate. Paul, whatever. We don't care too much because Akini likes us, so we love it. Now they said Akini was actually there and she had some kind of breakdown. Somebody called CPS on her or whatever, and so she was freaking out, so that's why she was not on camera. I said, well, okay, it makes sense. Now, Paul mama's still there, whatever. She is the voice of reason. Paul really needs to find a thing to do, a job, okay? Because I'm still the one who is financially supporting him for the most part, and I'm tired of that. Paul is 36 and still being supported financially by his mother because he's not fully working and he has a whole wife and a whole kid in a different country. It's just foolishness or whatever. Now, they get to everyone feeling how Laura is right and Aladin is wrong. Okay, and everyone was going in like, oh, he's wrong this, he's wrong that. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany says, Aladin is an asshole. Corey says how Aladin was using Laura, I don't know for what, and why he mad about her wanting to get coffee. Deavan says how he wants Laura to respect him, but he won't respect her. Ronald then says how if you are so easy to walk away, then you're not a man. I'm like, what? Who are these people? Y'all coming at? Look, I'm not saying Aladin is perfect. I ain't saying that at all. But I feel like, one, y'all don't know them people's business, okay? Let's make that clear. First of all, Aladin didn't really say much because I feel like he don't really know how to talk in English that well. He know the word, but he don't know how to articulate or how to express himself properly to explain shit. Because again, he never really explained what she did that was disrespectful. But again, it's because I told y'all she could have picked the wrong coffee. She could have picked a toenail. She could have picked up a cup, not a plate, and it could have been disrespectful. Because anything a woman do over there, the man does not like, it can be a form of disrespect. So I'm not surprised at it. But she married into the life or whatever. So, Laura brings up how, it's because, I was there and I was paying rent. Now, she said her pension got cut. And because her pension got cut, her money ran out. And, but since her money ran out, he ain't want to be with her. I'm like, how much? Because her pension had been worth, that was enough for him to be wanting to be. That pension couldn't have been that much money. It really, 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 really could not have. But I digress. And let's be honest, he could, girl, let me stop. Anyway, Aladin brings up how Laura is continually being disrespectful or whatever. And he's like, I don't even like talking about money. Yes, she paid the rent a couple of months. Yes, I paid the rent a couple of months. But it wasn't as if I was dependent on her, financially or whatever. Honey, I don't care that much. I think because so much has came out since this show aired or whatever, we know Laura is a whole scammer. So girl, bye. Anyway, and I feel like all of them going off on him was stupid. Because let's run down they fools into their act trying to ignore. Corey, you're being used by Evelyn, okay? She used you for a whole 50 grand, okay? You bought her a whole tiki bar or some kind of bar that you can't even run, okay? She is using you, and she fucked your best friend, okay? Deavan, you got pregnant by a former felon who was in debt, okay? Who lives with his parents, and you got knocked up by him and then moved your kids with him to the itty bitty box with his parents. So you are a mark, a fool, and a moron, in the words of Alex Rogers, okay? Tiffany, you married a gambling addict, okay, who could not afford health care for you. You had to move back to the States because y'all could not have a kid in South Africa, okay? You married a former gambling, addicted to gambling, burglaring people or whatever, who you don't trust. So you can't talk about anybody else in life. He can't even go to the ATM machine without giving you proof that he was there. Girl, bye. Okay, Jenny. Cause Jenny was saying, "Oh no, you're not nice to her. You're mean." I'm like, Jenny, hush. Your man has a wife, okay? And Paul, you are supported by your mother. Okay, by your mother, and you're 36 or 37 years old. You can't support your own wife and your own child. You can't speak not nan thing on anybody else's relationship when yours is fucked up too, okay? And Laura, be quiet. Your own son laughs at you, okay? You have been in this situation because you keep putting yourself in this situation. You are not innocent, my dear. You're not all the way guilty because it's Aladin too, but you're not all the way innocent. So hush, puppy, okay? Anyway, I feel like Laura is the person who likes to look like a victim. I feel like she does that, and that's how she gets people to help her. Because she said, oh my God, I need help. Someone help me. Help me. And then she gets help. Anyway, that was a tell-all. I will be back to talk to y'all when the regular 90 Day Fiance comes on. I think in a couple weeks or whatever. And of course, we still have before the 90 days coming on. So I will be back for something. Anyway, peace.